Joan of Arc, the life and legacy of the Maid of Orleans. But before you forget, subscribe. Known as Jeanne d'Arc in her native France, remains one of history's most enigmatic and inspiring figures. Born into humble beginnings in 1412, she rose to become a pivotal force in the Hundred Years' War, claiming divine guidance in her quest to liberate France from English domination. Joan's life was tragically brief, yet her legacy endures as a symbol of courage, faith, and national unity. This article explores her life, her enduring influence, and the historic sites in France where her story unfolds. The early life of Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc was born around January 6, 1412, in the small village of Domremy, in the northeastern region of Lorraine. The youngest of 5 children, Joan grew up in a devoutly Catholic household. Her father, Jacques d'Arc, was a farmer, and her mother, Isabelle Ramy, instilled in her a deep sense of faith and morality. From a young age, Joan displayed an unusual piety and a profound sensitivity to spiritual matters. At the age of 13, she began experiencing visions, which she later attributed to Saints Michael, Catherine, and Margaret. These celestial figures urged her to take up arms and drive the English out of France, paving the way for Charles VII to be crowned king. Joan's mission and military campaigns. B. 1428, the political and military situation in France was dire. Much of the country was under English control, and the French crown was in disarray. Despite her youth and lack of military experience, Joan was undeterred. She traveled to Vaucouleurs to seek an audience with Robert de Baudricourt, a local garrison commander. Initially dismissed, her persistence eventually won her the chance to meet the Dauphin, Charles VII, in Chinon. In 1429, after undergoing rigorous questioning by church authorities to verify the authenticity of her divine visions, Joan was granted command of a small army. Her first major triumph came at the Siege of Orleans, a critical turning point in the Hundred Years' War. Her strategic insight and inspirational leadership lifted the siege within 9 days, earning her the moniker the Maid of Orleans. Joan continued to lead French forces to victory, including significant battles at Patay and Troyes. Her efforts culminated in the coronation of Charles VII at Reims Cathedral on July 17, 1429, a moment that Joan considered the fulfillment of her divine mission. Capture, trial, and martyrdom. Joan's success was not without peril. In May 1430, but before you forget, subscribe. While defending the town of Compiègne, she was captured by the Burgundians, allies of the English. Sold to the English, she was imprisoned and put on trial for heresy in Rouen. The trial was a politically motivated spectacle, with Joan's captors eager to discredit her and, by extension, Charles VII. Despite her lack of formal education, Joan's intelligence and unwavering faith shone throughout the proceedings. However, the biased tribunal found her guilty of heresy and sentenced her to death. On May 30, 1431, Joan was burned at the stake in the old Market Square Place du Vieux Marche in Rouen. She was just 19 years old. In 1456, a posthumous retrial declared her innocent, and in 1920, Joan was canonized as a saint by the Catholic Church. The legacy of Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc's legacy transcends her military achievements. She is celebrated as a national heroine of France, a saint of the Catholic Church, and a symbol of resistance and faith. Her life has inspired countless works of literature, art, and film, from Shakespeare's Henry VI to Carl Theodor Dreyer's The Passion of Joan of Arc. Joan's story resonates because of her extraordinary courage and unwavering conviction. She rose from obscurity to challenge powerful institutions, relying on her faith and determination to achieve what seemed impossible. Today, but before you forget, subscribe. She continues to be a figure of inspiration for those who fight for justice, equality, and the triumph of the human spirit. Historic sites associated with Joan of Arc in France. For those eager to trace Joan's footsteps, France offers a wealth of historic sites that bring her story to life. 1. Damer-my-la-Pucelle. Joan's birthplace in Damer-my-la-Pucelle is a must-visit for understanding her humble beginnings. The modest house where she was born has been preserved and converted into a museum. Nearby, the Basilique du Bois Chenu stands as a tribute to Joan's divine visions. 2. Vaucouleurs. This small town played a pivotal role in Joan's journey. The ruins of the castle where she convinced Robert de Baudricourt to support her mission are a testament to her determination. The town also features a museum with artifacts and exhibits dedicated to her story. 3. Chinon. The Château de Chinon is where Joan first met Charles VII in 1429. Visitors can explore the royal apartments and the grand hall where their historic meeting took place. 4. Orleans. The site of Joan's most famous victory, Orleans is rich in tributes to her legacy. The Joan of Arc House Museum offers an in-depth look at her life, while the annual Fête de Jeanne d'Arc in May commemorates the lifting of the siege with parades and reenactments. 5. Reims Cathedral. Reims Cathedral, where Charles VII was crowned, is an iconic site in Joan's story. The stunning Gothic architecture and stained glass windows evoke the grandeur of the coronation ceremony. 6. Rouen. The city where Joan was tried and executed, holds deep historical significance. The Place du Vieux Marche features a modern church dedicated to Joan, alongside a memorial marking the site of her martyrdom. The nearby Joan of Arc Historial offers an interactive experience of her trial. 7. Compiègne. The town of Compiègne, where Joan was captured, has preserved its connection to her story. The Tower of Joan of Arc is a striking reminder of her final days as a free woman. Conclusion. Joan of Arc's life is a tale of extraordinary faith, courage, and perseverance. From her humble beginnings in Damer to her untimely death in Rouen, she shaped the course of French history and left an indelible mark on the world. Exploring the historic sites associated with Joan offers a unique journey into the past, connecting visitors to the timeless story of a young woman who defied the odds and changed the fate of a nation. As you walk in her footsteps across France, you'll not only uncover the story of the Maid of Orleans but also gain a deeper appreciation for her enduring legacy, a legacy that continues to inspire hearts and minds centuries later. But before you forget, subscribe and like, and that will help us grow our channel. Thank you for your patronage, and leave a comment if you find you wish to view a specific video.